Many of these pumpkins were likely Halloween decorations dropped off at Dundee Bank and made their way here to Ashland. I'm Molly Hudson at Soil Dynamics Compost Farm, where in a few short months, these pumpkins will turn into nutrient-rich soil to use right back in the Omaha community.
154 and climbing degrees inside there. This is what we call windrow composting, so we have lots of these long rows here. If you're like me, before I got into this job, I thought like when my pumpkin or food waste goes to landfill, like it just turns into dirt, no big deal.
But if these colorful pumpkins were dumped in the landfill, they'd produce a lot of methane gas.
The solution is composting, whereas it does put off methane here, but it's 1 to 2 months instead of 1 to 2 decades.
Looking at this pile of dirt, you may not know that is exactly what is happening. Rows upon rows at Soil Dynamics Compost Farm in Ashland in partnership with Hillside Solutions and Gretna Sanitation. Brent Crampton with Hillside Solutions says they partnered with Dundee Bank for the last 4 years to collect pumpkins. With consistent participation, he says it's a good conversation starter too.
They can, find out about what we're doing and see if this is the thing we can participate, not just today, but year round. Or maybe we should start composting in our own backyard too. Like, what does that look like?
So how does it work? Think of it as basic compost you could do in your backyard on a much larger scale.
It will cure for about up to a year, kind of like a fine wine cures. It's better over time.
Using a specific recipe, including elements like air and water.
You want a certain moisture rate because like microbial life likes that wetness. And once you get that all lined up right, then nature takes over. Things start breaking down and it gets really hot in those piles.
The piles of manure, food waste, and now pumpkins break down over time, eventually turning into nutrient-rich soil to use in our communities.
Now it's like a nutrient-dense material, similar like a multivitamin you would use just like sprinkle in your garden or your houseplant or feed your lawn.
But for now, we wait. In Ashland, with your decomposing Dundee pumpkins, I'm your Central Omaha neighborhood reporter, Molly Hudson, 3 News Now.